We all know that one kid who aces every exam, plays every instrument, and is good at every sport, and somehow he does it so effortlessly. It seems like they've got this special gift or it's something in their genetics. But what if I told you that this is not a gift that they have, but rather a skill? What if I told you that you could turn on this autopilot mode to have success come to you automatically? No, it's not a study trick, it's not a time management hack, this is something much bigger. I will show you how one simple principle can completely transform your grades and your life. Plus, I will reveal why getting good grades feels so tough for you and how you can change it. Here's the principle that can make a world of difference when used correctly. I can tell you exactly who you are and exactly what grades you get just by looking at what you do for a day. This may not sound like much yet, but just hear me out. The reason this is so powerful is because it tells you that the only thing stopping you from your dream results is what you're doing right now. What you do in your free time, what you do when you get home from school, what your hobbies are, or even what your recommendation looks like. Just think about it. If you look at your YouTube recommendations right now and pretend that it's someone else's phone, you can tell exactly what type of person this set of recommendation leads to, if that makes sense. So if you feel like good things aren't coming to you and you have to work a lot more than others to get them, that means you are on the wrong autopilot path. The things that you do on your ordinary, boring, typical days are not creating the type of person that you want to be. So just take a step back, look at what you do on your typical day, and you will see why you are not there and what you need to do about it. What I'm trying to say is that it is a lifestyle. Imagine you're trying to lose belly fat. Everyone knows that you can't just target belly fat specifically. You have to just exercise to target every fat, not just belly fat. So if you want to improve your life and get better grades, you can't just stay in the same path, do the same things, and expect a little study trick to change everything. You have to change your path entirely. And the good news is, once you've done that, good things will come to you automatically, just like that kid. Just really try to think about it. Think about the content that you consume, what you do on your walk home from school, what you do when you reach home, what kind of person those activities create. So now what? Now that you know this, what should you do? You already know what to do and you can close this video. But since you clicked on this video, I'm going to talk a bit more about what I did to turn on my autopilot mode. You already know the things that are good for you, but how do you turn them into your new autopilot course? A thing that I like to do when I'm trying to get a new habit is to make it an automatic mechanism and take emotion out of it. Have you ever had that feeling where you don't really want to exercise and you're trying to talk yourself out of it, but you still end up exercising? And afterwards, you feel great, you feel powerful, and it now seems stupid that you didn't want to do it before. You always try to talk yourself out of doing good things. So if you want to get better at a topic, once you get home from school, do 10 multiple choice questions regardless of how you feel. Just do it without thinking and I can guarantee you that you will feel better afterwards. I also find that not sitting helps. So if you've just finished something, instead of sitting down and wondering what to do next, try to think while standing. This makes it much easier for you to go do difficult tasks because you don't have the friction of having to stand up and put down your phone and so on. Another thing I like to do is to think back on the statement. I can tell you exactly who you are just by looking at what you do for a day. So think of someone you want to impress. Think of an idol, a celebrity, your parents, or even your crush. Imagine that they are watching everything you do and they are judging you. Do you really want to show that person that you sit on your couch and scroll all day? Or do you want to show them the best side of yourself? Show them how many things you do in a day and how great your life is. This is just something I do to motivate myself, and you can do it too. Instead of trying to chase the output of successful people, you should be copying their inputs, if that makes sense. So if you want to be more like that kid who does everything effortlessly, look closely to what he does. What does he do in a classroom? What does he do in his free time? What are his hobbies? Or even, if possible, look at what type of stuff he watches. My point is, pick your idol and do what they do without thinking too much about the output. To wrap things up, let me say the principle again. I can tell you exactly what grades you get and exactly who you are just by looking at what you do for a day. Just try to think about this deeply and you'll be able to set a new course and autopilot your way there. I hope that this can make a big difference in your life, just like how it had done to mine.